All right, it's back to school on AM Extra. Besides the supplies and new clothes, doctors say health should be top of mind ahead of that first day of class.
So that's why a trip to the pediatrician's office should be on every parent's back to school checklist. Joining us in studio with everything you need to know, from vaccines and wellness checks to what you got to do to stay healthy, we have Dr. Jeremy Beyer with Oregon Pediatrics. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I think this is a really
here.
important conversation, so I'm glad I'd be here.
Yeah, glad you're here. Absolutely.
And a busy time of year. I'm sure you've seen lots of families getting ready for all that comes with back to school. So why is it so important to go in and get that annual wellness exam or a sports physical, just that good baseline before you get back into a new school year?
Yeah, well said, baseline. The annual physical is our one time to look at your child through a holistic lens. This is when we get to see not just about that cough or that rash, but really who they are as a person and the family dynamic. And that's really important as we establish throughout the school year, because you're going to be coming back to us multiple times. And as our families come in during the summer, what I see are anxious families, kind of scared of the unknown. And that annual physical is a great time for us to predict the future, try and anticipate what's coming next, so that families feel a little bit more prepared and empowered.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, I mean, of course, going back to school, that means you're around a lot of people once again, and preventing that illness can always be pretty tough, especially I feel like for those younger kids. It can be, hygiene is always a tough battle.
Germ City, here
germs
we come.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So how do you prevent getting sick during the school year?
Yeah, so I think there are two categories. There are those vaccine preventable illnesses, especially with measles on the rise. So please get vaccinated. The other thing is good hand hygiene and staying home when you're sick. If you're, coughing and your cough is pretty significant, or if you're febrile, those are times that you should stay home. And a fever is about 100.4, just for people out there. And about 24 hours of isolation is usually pretty good while you're feverish.
Okay.
It is an interesting dynamic to me. You talk about those sick days, because that looks different for students from different, maybe backgrounds. For example, like depending on the age, I grew up with a single mom. If I had to call out sick, that requires, daycare if I'm little, right? Or, so that's a tough battle. There's also a little bit of that, I don't know if it's like this anymore, but, is calling in sick a sign of weakness? Like, look at me powering through, but it's important to stay home if you really need to.
It really is. There is like a spectrum of illness. So if you're just now starting to develop the cough, the runny nose, the congestion, and the fever, that's usually the time you're the most contagious. And that would be a benefit to everyone to kind of stay home. But we know those coughs linger for 2 to 3 weeks. You can go back once the fever is, kind of subsided, and just remember to cover your face. Sometimes you can wear a mask. Hand washing is of the utmost importance during this time.
Yeah.
Hand washing and hand sanitizer in a pinch.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
becomes so important. How about for kids too, who might just be feeling a little stressed about going back to school? Is this a good chance too, when you're at the pediatrician's office, to have that mental check-in and see about how they're feeling about heading back to class?
Yes, absolutely. So it is very typical for children to have anxious feelings when they're kind of starting the school year. And that anxiety could be proportionate to kind of, the anxious feelings, or it can be kind of disproportionate and be like an actual anxiety disorder. And so it's always good to kind of check in with your doctor, get a pulse on exactly what's going on. And a lot of your pediatricians, especially our practice at Oregon Pediatrics, we have behavioral health specialists on deck, ready to talk to you about those specific concerns and kind of help you with tips and tricks.
Yeah, and when do you know, in kind of trying to figure out where that line is between just a little first day jitters and a greater anxiety issue? What are some of the maybe telltale signs or symptoms that parents might think, okay, maybe we do need to go talk to someone?
Yeah, so I think there are 3 buckets of anxiety that we think of. There is, for the younger kids, that separation anxiety. They don't want to sleep alone. They don't want to leave the house without you. You can't get them to school because they just freak out. That would be one bucket. The other bucket is those kids that are extremely shy, extremely soft-spoken. They have social anxiety. They're afraid of what their peers think of, and they're not really engaging with their peers and making friends. That's also a red flag. And then lastly, in those older kids, is usually like generalized anxiety, where they're always thinking about the what ifs. They're always worried about these things that we think are a little irrational. So if you feel like your child falls within those 3 buckets, that's a good opportunity to come and talk with us, because there are a lot of things that we can do right off the bat to just try and help
and
mitigate
stuff that
this.
can impact performance at school too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Very fair point. Yeah. So where can people, maybe ask those questions to you or others? Where can they learn more about what Oregon Pediatrics is doing right now?
Yeah, so we definitely have a website that you can look up on Oregon Pediatrics, and we have 4 locations to try and meet their needs. So please look us up and give us a holler, and we're happy to have you.
And if
Yeah.
you do need those back to school physicals or sports physicals, I would imagine those appointments are booking up right now. How far in advance do parents need to be making sure that they can get those done?
I would probably say I would look a couple months in advance just to make sure that you secure those appointments. And those sports physicals are super important because that's the one opportunity where we see, like, are there any predisposing factors that could actually cause this child serious harm during
Right.
physical play?
Yeah, we catch some important stuff during those physicals.
Yeah,
from
absolutely.
time to time,
Okay,
yeah.
so parents, there's your homework. You
Yes.
gotta make sure those appointments are on the calendar. Dr. Byer, thanks so much.
Super happy to be here.
Yeah,
Thank
appreciate
you.
the time.
Great advice.
And if you need a schedule to check up or need some medical advice, again, that's OregonPediatrics.com. That's great stuff to keep in mind as we enter the school year. And with that said, as kids start heading back to class this week, we did